guys ever heard that people who don't learn from their mistakes are doomed to repeat them? And I think that's something worthwhile kind of talking about right here, because I do feel like as though Phil Spencer is kind of missing the boat, so to speak, and in doing so really kind of sets Xbox up to fail, where, you know, I think it would have been better off had they been able to, you know, succeed or do something maybe a little bit different, that would have got people to take notice of the of what they're trying to do a little bit better anyway. You know what I mean? Like, listen, I like Xbox, but it's pretty clear that, you know, Xbox is doing things quite differently than what we're used to seeing as a company, you know, and it's just going to be the way that it's going to be. You know, Microsoft themselves have said, you know, they can't afford to do things the way they used to do, or, you know, I find that to be a little bit dubious considering the fact that, you know, this company is worth, you know, trillions of dollars. But, you know, even with that being said, anything can happen, and I look at this as hopefully, you know, Microsoft can come up with something a little bit different, because they've already tried this, in my opinion, and it didn't work out well. But I want to go ahead and get into it. What's up, everybody? I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I certainly do appreciate it. I would appreciate it if you guys would go ahead and like the video, share it out, all that kind of good stuff. It certainly helps. You know, it really does. And I know you guys don't believe it, but it's just so much appreciated with how you guys do things. And, you know, I do daily gaming content, so if you guys are looking for, you know, stuff that's entertaining yet kind of interesting and informative, then, you know, I'm your guy. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. With that being said, Phil Spencer doing the rounds yet again, kind of deciding what to do, and, you know, again, it's strange to me to see stuff like this happen, because it's like Phil Spencer should know better. But anyway, he was doing this article or doing an interview, and this came out, and I just thought it was interesting. Phil Spencer says more movies and TV shows based on Xbox games are on the way. Again, does nobody remember the TV stuff and them attempting this before? And I get it that Sony's doing it too, and that, you know, they had the Last of Us thing do okay, you know, and Fallout, I guess, doing okay, but that was more Bethesda. But again, it's like, this stuff rarely translates well to TV or movies. Anyway, he's talking about the upcoming Minecraft movie, which looks putrid, by the way. It says it won't be the last time we see a movie or TV show based on an Xbox IP. Minecraft movie is set to debut in theaters in April, with Jack Black starring as Steve, alongside Jason Momoa and some other people that I've never heard of. Speaking to Variety ahead of the movie's launch, Phil Spencer commented on Hollywood's recent interest in video game properties, with movies like the Super Mario Brothers movies and the Sonic the Hedgehog trilogy among the most successful examples. Spencer says that Xbox is still learning and growing through the process of adapting its games to film and TV, and that it's embracing the Hollywood spirit of trial and error. Quote, "We learned a lot from doing Halo, we learned from doing Fallout, so all of these build on themselves. Obviously, we'll have a couple that miss, but what I'd say to the Xbox community that likes this work is you're going to see more, because we're gaining confidence and we're learning through this." Let me just say this real quick, right? Like, the Halo thing, what an absolute joke. You ignore the lore, you ignore what the fans want, you have these people that haven't even played the game doing it, and, you know, and you wonder why it fails, you know? It's just like one of those things that kind of happens, and, you know, people don't want to see it. I mean, like, listen, I just don't really understand how people could think that this is something that people want. You know, this is not really what people want to see from Xbox, from anyone, in my opinion. So, you know, in the future, I think, you know, hopefully they can do much better. But at the same point in time, the way that I'm kind of looking at this, I'm just like, man, Phil, do you guys, like, it's like such a parody upon itself at this particular point that this stuff is something that he's talking about. So yeah, you know, I'm not looking forward to that. The Halo series actually debuted in Paramount Plus in 2022, with Pablo Schreiber cast in the lead role of Master Chief. 2 seasons were produced, with the last episode airing in March of 2024 before the series was canceled. Fallout, meanwhile, premiered on Amazon Prime in 2024 and quickly became one of the streaming platform's most popular shows. shows. The first season garnered some Emmy nominations and things like that. A Minecraft movie first began production in 2015 under the direction of Deadpool and Wolverine director Sean Levy. The idea was passed to multiple directors, including Rob McElhenney of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia fame, before landing on Jared Hess, whose previous directorial credits include Napoleon Dynamite, Nacho Libre, and Gentlemen Broncos. So again, I think it's like, are we really like so lost of ideas, so void of ideas that, you know, we have to kind of see these things, you know, happening the way that they do, and you know, like Phil Spencer saying, hey, yeah, we're gonna do more of this stuff. Like, man, were they really actually sorry for any of the stuff that they tried to pull with the Xbox One, right? Because if you think about it, they're trying to move away, they're moving away from discs and disc-based games, which that was a big point of contention because people wanted to be able to buy used games and, you know, share games that they bought, and now like they're kind of transitioning completely away from that. You basically need to be connected all the time to play any of the stuff from Xbox. Even the disc-based games, you have to be able to have a disc that can access the internet and stuff like that, because you have to download things, right? So yeah, you know, again, the stuff that they don't seem to really learn from, you know, the mistakes and things like that, which is like super unfortunate, because I feel like Xbox at different various points in times have had like really impressive things. Like the Xbox Series X is a phenomenal console, but it's like at the same point in time, you know, they really haven't done a really good job of making sure that they had everything clicking together at the same time. You know, and if you want to know what I'm talking about when I say that, I'm kind of talking about how, you know, they've never had like a great console with great games that were exclusive or whatever the case may be. You know, they've had a great console with Xbox One X was a great console, but they didn't really have anything first party wise to back that up. Same thing with the Xbox Series X. The only time they've ever had games for that platform where there was a clear messaging, which was 2021, and they ended the year with releasing, you know, Halo Infinite, Forza Horizon 5, Psychonauts 2, Flight Simulator. It's like, and people bought it, you know, it was like that broke records for Xbox. So, you know, I think it's like not rocket science at this point, but it's like, you know, there is a clear kind of path there to what to what can kind of be said, or what can kind of be done. But, you know, anyway, it's like, for me, I like a lot of this stuff just comes across as super cheesy. You know, it's like when you watch those old Resident Evil movies, they're terrible. Most of the gaming related stuff is terrible. Like, I can't comment on The Last of Us, but that looks like it's at least sort of trying to follow some of the games itself, which would be a help. I guess the Fallout thing is a little bit more liberal with what it's allowed to do. But again, it's just like most of this stuff that we've seen that's game related is bad. The Sonic movies, you know, are good, but even that, did you remember how ugly Sonic was at first? It's like you had to listen to the fans more there. The Mario movie, yeah, but it was because it was Mario, you know what I mean? And they stuck to the Mario thing. And I think that's the way you have to do it. You can't just kind of go out there and, you know, do things completely ass backwards and expect things to kind of be okay. So, you know, it's interesting nonetheless, but I'm sure you guys might have an interesting take on this as well. How do you feel about it? I feel like it doesn't do the Xbox brand any good to deal with stuff like this, or to have, you know, like that Halo series. Like, here's the thing, right? The Fallout show, I didn't watch it, but it's good. But there hasn't been a new Fallout game since 2015, so you were safe to do that. Halo was something that, you know, people really like. You know, you have a new Halo game coming out. Recently, the Halo games haven't been that great, so you're trying to kind of shake that idea that Halo games are bad, and so they didn't do themselves any favor, because the show was bad. You're not going to lure in anybody to the games that way, and the people that do like the games aren't going to enjoy the series because you messed that up so bad. So it's like it's really this kind of weird way that these things can be done, and hopefully they can figure this out in the future. But for me anyway, I kind of look at this and take that they're going to continue to do stupid things. Like, they didn't learn anything. Like, I don't get it personally, but maybe you guys do. Maybe you guys get it. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Crap.